So you did pretty good, brother.
Thanks for not doing that.
You're welcome.
Anyway.
Danny has been a good and loyal friend of mine since 1988.
No.
He says longer than that, but he's not. That's not right.
Oh, we weren't friends before the age. Okay, gotcha.
I was just coddling you along
Okay.
before that. But the plaque up here says congratulations on 19 years of good and faithful service to the citizens of the county. However, Danny actually has about 31 years in. That's just 19 years is the paid time. In 1988, Danny, Gary Richards, and a couple of others started the Randall County Sheriff's Reserve Unit. He was one of the original charter members of that and was at one time assistant commander of that unit. Danny's always kind of had his hands in the reserve, and we've tried to get other sergeants and lieutenants and things to take it, and sometimes it worked, okay? But Danny started out his career 72 to 81, and I don't know what he did before 72, but 72 to 81, he was with KPR Radio, advertising salesman. 81 to 83, he was KHBJ Radio Sales Department Manager. 83 to 85, supervisor of the station and personnel. 86 and 87 with the Aldridge Broadcasting Group, supervisor of station personnel. In 87 and 88, he was with KLS FM Radio as the sales department manager. In 1988, he was with Aldridge Broadcasting Corporation again as advertising salesman. He started as a reserve here in 88. Now, because part of the reason Danny, he didn't come from a police background or law enforcement background. He came from a sales background, and I bounced tons of ideas off him over the years of how will this be publicly perceived. And Danny always, if nothing else, Danny told me the truth, whether I wanted to hear it or not. He went and
scratching.
Huh?
Screaming and scratching all the way, yeah.
In 2000, December of 2000, he went to work here full-time as our public information officer and was later promoted to the rank of sergeant. Danny has two children, two boys, Michael and Terry. Michael's here today. What's your granddaughter's name?
Emery.
Emery. Hi, Emery. Are you gonna keep Danny busy?
Yeah.
Good. And for those of you who don't know, if you've been around him anytime, you know, but he's got a dog named Kabuki. So I hear an awful lot about Kabuki. Danny has been a true, loyal employee and friend. And I'm going to give you some of the examples of things that he has done for me. Not all of them, but a few of the examples of things he's done for me that I'm pretty sure nobody else would do. He listened when I whined about my wife being sick. He encouraged me during that time. On Friday, February the 13th of 2004, I slipped on some ice and had one of the worst ankle breaks. Dave Thurman was there, of anybody could have, and I was laid up for a long time. Every single morning, Danny would bring my work to me. Johnny. Danny would bring my work to me. He'd wait there till I signed it, worked on it, did what I needed to do, and he would take it back to the office and put it up. He went and got medication for me. He dug a pillow out of the top of a closet so I could prop my foot up. it was February and there were leaves blowing into my garage and it was bugging me. So he swept out my garage for me. And I couldn't go out in the backyard and pick up the bombs that Sadie left. So Danny went out and picked up dog poop in my backyard. Now, how many people would do that for you? I'm just asking. So Danny, many times, many times, he did for me things, first of all, anything I asked. But secondly, he's written jillions of letters for me. I think I'm a good letter writer. Well, it's Danny and Sharon. That's the two that actually write them. Occasionally Pat. But
Williams?
yeah.
Wow.
When somebody comes to me and asks me to write a letter for some officer from some other agency, I said, okay, rough draft it and I'll sign it. So, anyway, Danny's had a very good, a very distinguished career. He worked with the media very well, except in the middle of the night, lately. Up until then, he got up and went to every wreck there ever was, took pictures, and talked to the media and told them what the heck was going on, every fire that happened in the middle of the night, took pictures, told the media what was going on. Lately, he's got a little crotchety with them in the middle of the night, but I don't blame him. There's some cub reporters that could have called dispatch and called him. But for his very distinguished service, Danny, I want to present you with this plaque.
Thank you.
And you already rummaged through my desk and saw it. And as tradition, your cheap gold watch.
Okay.
All right. Now then, there's some things over here on the table. We couldn't come up with a money tree, but we got a money truck. Okay?
I need money.
Yeah, money truck to represent your old cars you mess with all the time. And then ESU has a gift for you, but I'm going to unveil it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That's his car.
You know, this is so cool because I have a painting of it on the front of it, too. This would go great in my office.
That's so
You don't
cool.
have an office.
His home office.
Who painted that? Shanda did that one too?
Guys, in 2001, Danny came to me, I just elected sheriff, Danny came to me with an idea of starting an emergency services unit based after Amarella's AES.
Based
After that. But AES has a lot of red tape, meetings, and things that we didn't want to do. If somebody's going to volunteer for us, we're not going to put a ton of requirements on them, okay? But when we first started that, there throughout the department, especially from old patrol guys, there was a lot of resistance to that because surely somebody who's not carrying a badge can direct traffic. And today they are the most professional traffic managers I've seen, and today patrol can't get by without them. So that ESU was Danny's brainchild, and it has worked out greatly to the advantage of the people of Randall County, to overtime for officers, having to stay at a scene for hours and hours and hours. They can cut loose and go take other calls. And so he's been very, very instrumental, always been the liaison with ESU. So we've presented your cheap gold watch, your plaque, your gift from the ESU, and I think Pat Williams now has.
Yeah, well, we're done now. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Your house probably needs a conversation piece, and what better one than those people that know the story are laughing, and those that don't, you need to tell it. Or at least tell one of the versions you've told over the years.
can't lie to you, you were there. Seconds later.
No.
Well, my dear departed friend Gary Robinson.
You're gonna lie, so you might as well get me to tell the story.
Well, we were playing with, no, we weren't playing. He was showing, we both had Glock 35s, and he had just put Packmire grips on his, and he asked, and we were just talking about guns and firing pins and stuff, and I'd cleared my gun out, and I was dry firing it, you know, and on the trigger pull, and he says, oh, and I put Packmire grips on it, and I said, you like them? He goes, yeah. I said, here, let me see that. BAM! I've been dry firing my gun.
That's why they were sitting in a car.
And if Hankey's shop had been extended like it is now, which is Gibbons' shop now, we would have had a bullet through there and maybe a dead inmate. I don't know. Thank God it just went out in the field out there, and we weren't facing the gas tanks too. Pretty lucky.
Am I the only one that can finish the story?
Go ahead. Well, let me tell you what I did.
Don't fire him. Anyway, it's a God thing, and we surprised a first responder. And whenever I heard Danny was retiring, he's got me on the media list, so I thought, oh, we have to do this before he retires. Is that your cheap watch?
Yep.
I'm self-employed, I won't get one. This is in Chinese. Anyway. I really wanted to do something special for him, and so we had it all planned out that last Friday morning we were going to surprise him. And I purposely did not include him in on any of the emails I typically send him, and because he was it, and so he sends me an email and he said, who are we surprising at the breakfast?
Well, if it wasn't somebody from us, I was just going to say, I'm not going to go take pictures. You know, if it's not from our department, and I go in and tell Crump, I said, who is it? I don't know, somebody around here.
So I'm reading the email and I'm thinking, uh-oh. And so I texted Brian Thomas real quick and I said, what do I tell him? And he said, oh, get a hold of Bob Crump, he'll help you out. And so then I thought, which one is Sharon?
Me.
Sure.
Sharon, I love you. Thank you. Anyway, she's awesome. And so I called out here and I said, I need to figure out how to do this. I said, and I'm kind of in a hurry. I said, can we just say that we're honoring Bob Crump? Would that work? She said, sure, okay, fine. And so that was supposed to be our ruse on it. So I wrote him back and I said, we're honoring Bob Crump. I never liked him anyway.
He never liked me anyway.
So, Thursday the weather starts turning sour, so we had to cancel the breakfast. That's the second time in history we've ever had to cancel one. So then I'm thinking, how are we going to handle this? How are we going to handle this? So I left a message for Sharon and I said, can I just be at your party next week? I already had an invitation. I said, can we just do it at the party? And so I said, just ask the sheriff if that's okay. So she said, yeah, it is. So anyway, I got all kinds of things. Isn't this a beautiful bag? It came from Accent Embroidery. Anything you want to put your name on, you can do that. That's Rhonda with Accent Embroidery. You know, whenever you go to Walmart, if you take this instead of those plastic things, they kill ducks. So you don't do that. So Accent Embroidery also, they can put your name on just about anything. And here's a knife because I've known you since last century, and you are a cut-up. It's got his name on it. There's all kinds of stuff in here.
Okay.
Just a minute. Yeah, this is for you. This is from Emerald Grape and Olive. It's got your name on it.
Wow. I wonder where you rub it. Oh,
We are neighbors.
I saw oil on it here.
Your face is already out there. So here's his name. I'm nuts about you.
Well, it's more than nuts.
Okay, and then these are all from me. You're welcome, partner. I miss doing stand-up. Anyway.
Neighbors too.
When we started doing these, I asked Quick Quack Car Wash if they would co-sponsor it with me, and so that they are. And so this is your First Responder Distinction Award presented to you from Quick Quack and Welcome Partner, October 2019, because that's when you were supposed to get it.
You don't want to get your car washed when it's snowing, Quick Quack is open. Because I ran my car through there Wednesday. Yeah. It was cold and they were there. And they washed it because I couldn't turn it over to Hank.
They usually dry it off too.
They said you want it dried and they were sitting there, you want it dried? I said, no, I can get it.
Well, they're sorry they can't be here today. This is special for you. And then, I'm kind of out of order, but that's kind of typical for me. This is from Diane McClish. She handles retirement plans and Medicare. Medicare is my friend.
When I get there, I'll sure give her a call.
Okay. Then, this is what we put together for you, and I know they all want to get back to their jobs. But I'll read you the first part. It says, it's from me. Dearest Danny, we've been associated as friends and competitors. He was in advertising, I still am, since last century. As you know, I've been with the 100 Club Board a long time, and you became more special to me when you went to work for Randall County last century. I'm thankful for our long friendship and many mutual connections, comparing opinions, and being neighbors. Thank you for wanting to remain on the e-blast, as I would miss our online conversations. This surprise is from a lot of hearts who appreciate and respect you. God always plans things correctly. How great to thank you for your service as a First Responder Distinction for October 2019. You stumped me Monday when you inquired about the name of the October First Responder. Oh, and surprise, love DJ. And then you have this real sweet letter. I don't think you wrote it, it's from Joel Richardson.
I wrote it.
It's 2 pages, it's, you know, anyway.
Wendy?
Yeah, Wendy Swope, Brent Barber, he was gonna try to be here today. I was busy. Lisa Carr.
Oh, okay.
And Brian Thomas.
Oh, cool, okay.
He said he hopes you're not gonna be grumpy today. Then, here's some chill pills.
Oh, cool.
They're M&Ms.
Can you break them open?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Then, part of the 100 Club. Uh-oh, we're missing something. Wonder where it went.
Well, I'm good.
There's a medallion that's supposed to be in this bag somewhere, because I put it in there.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, it's special though. We'll
Well,
find out where it is. Those are from Rhonda. It's
Okay.
you can do your nails.
Oh, okay.
And it's blue.
Do you want me to read that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Have-
Read it in your voice. China Blue. Yes.
Do it.
Here. Everybody got your glasses on?
Sergeant Denny Alexander's made a career serving his community and his fellow men. Sergeant Alexander's duties as public information officer for the RCSO often made him the primary link and face to the local community. We had bad things happen, and safety for individuals avoiding an area is critical. His news releases kept the community aware of the various first responder activities Additionally, during this time as Public Information Officer, he worked closely with other organizations and nonprofits to help raise awareness about events, fundraisers that bless our community. To be nominated for this distinction, Sergeant Alexander has shown dedication to his career, his fellow officers, and most importantly to the citizens of Randall County. It is my great honor to present Sergeant Alexander with this certificate of recognition and appreciation on behalf of the Texas Panhandle 100 Club. Thank you for your service to our community. May God bless you and your family. Dirk Swollen, Executive Director.